one of the strangest cases of disappearance. Kilian Loder. Welcome to Mysterious True Stories. Kilian was born in 1984, along with her twin brother Colton, to her parents Jesse and Susan Loder in the United States, specifically in the state of Utah. Nevertheless, Kilian was known by everyone who knew her as a kind, loving, and playful person. She had the ability to form friendships with people from all walks of life. Furthermore, she was highly ambitious and enjoyed helping others to a great extent. Kilian had a passion for animal care, especially dogs, and she was an avid reader and skilled equestrian, taking pleasure in horseback riding. She attended Lehigh High School in Utah and went on to pursue her bachelor's degree in sociology at the University of Utah, graduating in 2006. Based on her educational background, Kilian secured a job as a social counselor at a high school. Additionally, she worked as a pet sitter through an online platform, providing animal care services to pet owners in their absence. Until this point, everything was going splendidly in Kilian's life on all fronts. She enjoyed financial stability, emotional well-being, and overall happiness. However, things began to change when Kilian lost her job at the school, followed shortly by losing her other job as a pet caregiver. Meanwhile, Kilian continued to live in an apartment with her friend named Susanna, a young woman who worked at a beauty salon. Susanna was not only Kilian's childhood neighbor but also her former university classmate before becoming her roommate. During Kilian's period of unemployment, she made diligent efforts to enhance her resume. She enrolled in various courses to improve her skills and constantly applied for available job opportunities. Unfortunately, all her endeavors proved futile. It is challenging to live in the United States while being unemployed. If it happens, chances are you will find yourself on the streets, with the pavement as your bed and the sky as your roof. Despite this situation, Kilian continued to maintain her behavior and actions without undergoing any significant changes or transformations. But things took a completely different turn. It was on September 26, 2014, at 9 p.m. when Kilian made a call to emergency services. In that call, Kilian reported a violent altercation taking place at the nightclub below her building. She claimed to have heard screaming and gunshots, fearing that someone might have been killed. In reality, at that very moment, there was a wedding reception happening at the nightclub she mentioned during her call. However, when the police arrived at the scene, the wedding reception was proceeding as usual without any issues. There were no signs of violence or any traces of gunfire. Around 10 p.m. on the same night, approximately an hour after her initial call, Kilian made another call to the emergency number 911, but she hung up immediately. As a result, the responsible operator called her back to inquire further. Kilian responded by saying that she heard some strange murmuring or an indistinguishable sound outside her room window. During the call, Kilian was extremely distraught to the point where she couldn't recall her own address over the phone. However, she informed the operator that she lived in a house with her friend named Susanna, and that her friend had asked her to end the call, believing that she was imagining these sounds. Kilian also expressed her love for her friend and didn't want her to feel bad because of her or get into trouble, so she complied with her request and ended the call. But, did things end there? The answer is no. On September 27th, just one day after Kilian's call to emergency services, at approximately 6 a.m., she made another fateful call to 911. This final call would become the centerpiece of confusion, confrontation, and unanswered questions. And this is her final call to emergency services.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
84107, I have an intruder at my house.
Repeat the address for verification.
They're stealing from my house.
Okay, say your address one more time. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Marie.
And the phone number you're calling from?
801. Get the out of my house.
And repeat the phone number for verification. Okay, do you know who this person is?
No, I don't. I just know that there's an intruder in my house.
You don't know who they are?
No, I don't. Please hurry.
Are you at the location now?
Yes, I am.
Were weapons involved or mentioned?
They're not talking or responding. I'm just telling them to leave. so I can hear them taking things.
So you haven't seen them, you can just hear them?
Yes, correct.
Are you or anyone else in immediate danger?
I believe so.
Okay, are you able to get yourself to safety?
I just want to answer that while he's here.
I'm sorry, what?
No.
Can you talk freely with me?
Yeah.
Okay, where exactly are you?
I'm in the back bedroom.
Okay. Where did the suspect enter the building?
There's only one door. It's on the west side.
Okay, where are the possible exits from the building?
There's only one. Get out of my house!
Is there anyone else in the building who belongs there?
Yes, there's 6 apartments.
I'm sorry, what?
6.
There's 6 people?
6 apartments.
Okay, is there anybody else in your apartment that should be there?
I believe she is here. I have a roommate.
Where is she at?
Next door to me.
Okay, I'm just going to stay on the line with you until officers get there, okay? Just let me know if anything changes. What is your last name?
Loder.
And your first name?
Kilian.
It's what?
Kilian?
Can you still hear them?
Yes.
Where does it sound like they're at?
The front room. Near the entrance. It's a small place. Shut up!
Are they saying anything?
Yeah, I heard someone say, hey, go in there, so there's obviously 2 of them. Hey! Karen, lock the door! There's something going on in there. Come here. Come here. We might have left.
Okay, what's going on now? Hello?
Okay. Think they left?
They've left now?
Yeah, so I'm just going to look and see if anything's been taken. Someone opened the door, and I heard them come in, so
Okay.
I know that
Do you know where they went at all?
No, don't do that, Carol. If the door's still locked, it's impossible. They must have a key or something. Because when I took the dog out, I heard people talking. There was people last night, like, sitting outside the window. And so they, like, were scoping us out or something. Nobody knows about this. Oh, scary. About, like, the fake key? Or the ID key, yeah, but nobody knows about it. It's impossible. Well, I took it out. Like, I had it on my person. I swear to God, someone opened the door. And there's actually, like, people like No, Rachel. Like, people see me get out there all the time. Yeah, here's the thing. It's fake. It's fake. Alien. And then that, why is the door still locked? Well, I can't explain that, but I heard, like, 2 people talking. Is the officer close?
What was that?
Is the officer close?
I'm not sure where they're coming from. They're on the way. I don't know where they're coming from, though.
Okay. What do you want them? What do you want from them? You don't know what's happening. Oh, it's not bathroom. Do what in the bathroom? We have a clock in the bathroom, so it's 6. Yeah, I don't know. Right. If something sticking back to me, you don't have to, I have to.
In Kilian Loder's final call to emergency services, it can be observed that she was mentally sound and answered the operator's questions smoothly. She was able to repeat her phone number, provide information about the surrounding residential apartments, and recall details that would be difficult for someone experiencing delusions to remember. On September 27, 2014, the same day Kilian was speaking to emergency services in the early morning, specifically around 3:30 p.m., something happened that no one was aware of. Kilian Loder emerged from her house barefoot and wearing a short summer shorts during a rainstorm, only to disappear forever. Surveillance cameras captured her image as she hurriedly left the house, appearing as if she was chasing something invisible to the camera's view. Then, at around 4:45 p.m., she was seen again running barefoot from behind a large natural rock formation, as if fleeing from something. In another clip, we see her in the same location with her dog. Afterward, we witness Kilian seemingly talking to someone standing behind the rock, who remains unseen on the camera. In the following video, we see Kilian standing behind a silver car, appearing as if she's waiting for someone. Then, we see her friend Susanna, dressed in black clothing and yellow boots, getting into her red car and leaving for work, as she later mentioned. However, this was the last footage where Kilian was seen alive. Initially, Susanna thought that Kilian had gone to spend a few days at her family's house, and she was surprised to find out that she left her phone, wallet, and dog at home, despite taking her car keys with her. But after several days passed with no sign of her, Susanna contacted Kilian's father, who promptly informed the police about her disappearance. Search operations began, and a large number of posters were distributed in the city and beyond. The family also hired a private investigator to find their missing daughter. However, after 2 months of Kilian's disappearance, the search efforts came to an end when a river cleaner discovered her body in December 2014, specifically under the Jordan River Bridge, approximately 6 miles from her apartment. Kilian's body was partially floating while most of it was submerged, indicating that it had been in the water for a long time. Her body was covered with branches, debris, and weeds. It is worth noting that Kilian Loder's body was found wedged under a concrete wall beneath the bridge, which may explain why it remained undiscovered for a long period. The duration was enough to make it virtually impossible to determine the age or gender of the body through conventional means. The family had to wait for about 2 months to obtain the final autopsy results, which indicated that Kylie's body showed no signs of trauma, fractures, or stab wounds. There were no traces of drugs or alcohol in her system. While the exact cause of death was undetermined, the report suggested that asphyxiation due to drowning was likely. And now, the obvious question is, where did Kilian Loder disappear to? Where did she go? Why was she barefoot and scantily clad? Who was she talking to? And what sequence of events led to her ultimately ending up in such a horrifying manner? The mysterious circumstances surrounding Kilian's death fueled speculation and theories. Was she a victim of a crime? Did she take her own life? Or was there an unfortunate accident that led to her demise? The answers remained elusive, and the search for the truth continued, with the hope that justice would prevail and the responsible party would be held accountable.